Hey. Okay, so I got the Cuban twist equal double strand style 16-inch. And I already got my hair prepared, prepped. So I did 18, I think it's 18 singles all around my head. So I'm going to be installing these twists into these singles. And this section is just going to be, I'm gonna just redo this braid because I don't want this section into these singles. Not yet, at least. So first I'm gonna grab my crochet hook. Let's see if I can find my scissors. Got my scissors. And I really don't feel like sitting down because my butt hurt. I'm sitting on this chair, but I'm about to sit down. Okay, so let's start installing. So first off, we are going to grab this hair. It is, let me see, just one pack, and this one pack was $6. So 1, 2, hold on. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 12, and then 12 on this side, so it'd be 24. I would get out of this bunch. I think that's already cut this a little bit. Okay, so it's 24, and we're just going to go ahead and cut that in half. So we got our hair, and we are going to install each piece. So I had it's 24. Dang, I didn't think about this because I'm gonna need 2 pieces. So if anything, we might have to go short. I might have to do twists. Okay, so sorry, I had to think about it a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna go in. Okay, so what I am doing is I am pulling the extension through my single braid. I braided all of my locks together 4 to 5, and I made 18 singles around my head. So now I'm pulling an individual extension through that braid, and I am partially braiding it down. Then I am twisting it. So I will repeat this same method around my whole head. There will come, like there are certain sections of my locks that are thicker than the other ones. So if I do have to apply more hair to those ones, I will. But that's why I did count them so that I know just how many that I have. So if I do need to use extra, I can. And that is what is different about having locks. It's not so easy as they get longer. It's not so easy to just apply the extensions because it depends on the health of those locks. So if I was to do individual strands around my hair without bundling them up together, I would have got like a crinkled look after I took out the after I took out the extensions, and then I would have had to repair the damage that the extensions did do. So that is why I am doing it this way, and I'm not doing a whole bunch of individual strands around my hair. So yeah, I'd rather bundle them up this time. But it is easier to count them when you do apply them to your hair, so that you don't have to keep going out for more hair and you know exactly what you're working with. So that's something that I did learn. But yeah, so that is what I am doing, and yeah.
You know, I'm looking like silly right now. I'm looking like silly right now for real because it's cool though. It's cool. It's cool.
I know what is happening in your heart, girl. I know it cause I'm feeling the same. But it is not hard to create a new reality. Let's try do it again. Girl, I know you're looking for a man who can love you to the end and carry out all of your plans. He claims as a friend, cause we want to be complete. You feel the speed of the heartbeat when the mate crossed the street. You once told me that you felt alone, that your will wasn't strong anymore, and we were lying while your feelings were bad. I didn't want that. It felt just like we were going somewhere. Let's see what we got. Your face is gone to the stars. You mean a rush in the leaking blood. Leaving in mud would be so cruel. Happy around you, girl. I know the heart screams loud in your head, but don't let it go down, girl. I'll be better than the man you once had. Happy around you, girl. I know the heart screams loud in your head, but don't let it go down.
Like we getting impatient. That's how it be though. Once you at the end of the style, I be getting impatient. Like, hold up. I remember when I used to get my hair done, I used to get impatient. Well, I never got impatient. Once we was on the last two, I was patient until the last two started turning to 4, 5, 6, and I'm like, hold up, thought you said you had two. But so yeah, I was thinking about something, and okay, so my friend's brother, he came over yesterday. Um, he was like, he said he smiled. Like, okay, so he's seen hardcore and stuff like that. This is like a parable of the sower story. Okay, so he came over with his brother, and his brother talking about, yeah, we crazy. My brother crazy. We crazy. You know, he's sitting there like we crazy. Like that's the impression he wants to give. His brother, mind you, his brother just got out of jail. So he might have learned his lesson for real, you know? And he probably ain't as crazy as brother think he is. So it's just like he came back from doing 7 years in jail. You think he gonna be crazy? He done learned his lesson. He done did his time, and he moving on. But the fact that his family members still know him as that person, um, that crazy person before he went to jail, they expected him to still be that person. But you can tell like he just, I don't know. It seemed like he hiding on the way. Like he trying not to get his brother to see, like he trying not to let his brother to see that he not that person no more. Um, yeah, he's trying to get his brother to see that he's not that person no more. And this is the vibe that I'm getting from him, because as much as he say we crazy, even when he first came over the one time, I just wasn't getting that crazy vibe for him. I was getting more so of that humble vibe. I'm about to go chill out, kick it, just chill out, recollect myself. I just got out of jail. I just did time. I ain't trying to, I'm tired. You feel me? Exhausted. I'm trying to get out here, rest my head and stuff like that. But the fact that his family know him as being crazy before, they expecting that same energy. So, you know, um, he's very respectful. I take that he's very respectful because I charged his phone for him because he wanted me to charge his phone for him. He came back up and he was like, "Thank you so much," and I was just like getting that sauce. I'm like, okay, that's not what your brother would say. You feel me? But you could tell he's like trying. He probably trying to move on from being that person that his family know him to be in the past, because he's not trying to be that person. Mind you, every time he come over here, he literally ditches brother. He literally ditches his brother. And I feel like it's random. I ain't saying coincidence. I'm saying this is random. The fact that his friend wound up being in the driveway, calling out to him. Well, he called out. He was like, "Yeah, this me up here." Da, da, da. Random that his friend wound up picking him up right when him and his brother got here. You know, like he be needing his brother occupied so he can go. You know, live his life because he don't want to be perceived in that way anymore as crazy, and that's how I feel like the situation is. And so yeah, I feel like he just feeling a certain way about that. Like I was crazy back then. I don't want to be crazy right now. But you never want to let your brother down. So I feel like that's how the situation is. He don't want to let his brother down. And probably him and his brother had got into it was probably because his other brother at first. It was probably because his brother was there. Mind you, this his brother saying, "Yeah, this crazy, this that, and third, this crazy, this crazy." So he getting out of jail. A lot of people waiting for their siblings getting out of jail or their family members getting out of jail. Like, yeah, wait till he get out of jail. Wait till he get out of jail. He gonna have that same energy. That dude ain't got that same energy. He like, I did time, and now it's time to mind my own. You feel me? So yeah, that's how I feel the situation is. And maybe he got into it with his brother because he had to put on that persona that his other brother know him as. And again, he don't want to let his brother down. So he had to give that energy that he remembered. And he wasn't really trying to get that energy, but he had to. And maybe when he said, "Yeah, I'm about to go over here and I'm about to yeah, when he said he was like, "I'm about to go over here and I'm about to handle this with my brother again." He probably went over there to apologize, and wanted him to see him for who he was now rather than back then. But he didn't want to let his brother down. You don't want to let your family members down. And that's why you're usually put in a position of distancing yourself from those who remember you back when, because it stunts your growth and it's hard to evolve from a certain situation. It's hard to grow when other people are stunting you back to who you used to be. What? Yeah. You got long hair? Yeah. Your hair growing? Your hair growing? Yeah. What's that? There's some people that grow up, and there's some people that want stuff to just be the same how it used to be. And I feel like that's how his brother is taking it. He just want things to be the same as they used to be, while his other brother is growing up like, no, you know. And I feel like I don't know if I think that's the younger brother. The younger brother is the one that is trying to grow away from that situation. One that used just did time in jail, and the older one is basically, sitting there like, yeah, this my brother. He crazy, sad and third. He crazy just like me, this, that, and the third. But if being the fact that he's the older brother and he's the younger brother, he don't want to sit here and be like, you know what, he don't want to let his older brother down because your older brother is like, that's your older brother. What you look like being like, man, you got to grow up and being a younger brother. You feel me? So, but that's how the older siblings are though. The older family members, the elders and stuff like that, they want it to they want it to be the same. They don't want change. You know, they kind of like at a standstill. If anything, they're the dead ends in the family. They like it's either this way, it's either that way, but it ain't going forward. It's staying right here. You feel me? They the dead ends in the family. And while we on the topic of hair, them dead ends, clipping them dead ends and stuff like that. That's where it comes to a point where they be like, you know what? It comes to a point where you gotta cut them people off. Them people in your family that's them dead ends, I gotta cut you off. You feel me? You a dead end. I gotta cut you off. It's time to cut off them dead ends. Okay, so now I gotta do my front. Oh, I gotta do one more over here. I have to clip this part up. It didn't break. If y'all wondering. It didn't break. Don't play with me. Okay.
Girl, I'll be better than the man you once had. 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 I always held you when you felt alone. So the passion was always at home. But we never know how love flows. Just up this puzzle, we need to stumble and see that we are. Your face is golden stars. You in a rush and the leaking blood. Let's try to bring back the heat that's gone. Happy around you, girl. I know the heart screams loud in your head, but don't let it close down, girl. I'll be better than the man you once had. I'm happy around you, girl. I know the heart screams loud in your head.
Okay, so I did that back, and now I'm gonna do this front. Yeah, y'all gotta do it just like mine. If y'all trying to get that, if y'all trying to get the same amount out of the hair that I just got, y'all gotta do it just like mine. Because if not, you're gonna have to go for another pack of hair. Alright.
So if you don't know, I do have dreadlocks, and that is why I am palm rolling my front together. I'm palm rolling them just so they are firm when I do braid them. They have like a firm grip, and they are not as rough or like bumpy. It's like straightening them out just like you would do, you know, straightening your hair with a flat iron. This like straightening out your dread to go into the braid. So yeah.
I could put some beads on the side of this stuff. I could. Should I though? Oh, excuse me. Okay, so this is the hairstyle. We about to let it down, and we're about to use some mousse. Okay. So then you do your little style. What style you want? Whatever style. But for now, I'm gonna just bask in a moment of being finished. You feel me? So yeah, that is my little style. I will talk to y'all next time. Alright. Oh yeah, I ain't show y'all the back. Okay. Bag looking like. That's just funny. But yeah, that's what this feel like. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all next time. Easy lifestyles. Bye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Be notified and share at your own free will to show you care.